Good morning folks, welcome back to the channel. Beautiful day in the Cotswolds, look at that sky today. Fantastic. So starting off with some grass cutting. I've got 5 small pieces of grass to do. My regular clients, when I'll show you them. I've got this triangular piece here today. I'll be cutting around the daffodils though. First cut of the year, so it'll be a high cut. Got this piece here next to that across the driveway. Obviously I'm going to edge it as well with the strimmer. Then I've got this little strip here. I've got that piece there, across the path, that piece. So there we go, folks, all the bits are undone. I'll tell you what, that HRD 536 is a lump to be moving on small lawns. I'll certainly be bringing my 18-inch for the next cut. That's that little strip done, leaving the daffodils. Right, you okay? You had a good day? Looking a bit dry today. And that bit there, really mossy that. In fact, it's more moss than grass, if I'm honest. Finally, that big triangle there, with the daffodils left in the middle. So I put this into my local dealer last year. I thought this handle for adjusting the height of the front was snapped and missing on this side, but they assure me the HRD has only got one handle. So to that end, I'm not sure why it's got the teeth for another adjustment on that side. But anyway, I put this up as high as it goes. Within a couple of metres of the grass, it bounces down and ends up in a low cut. You can end up scalping a lawn. So I paid for them to fix it last year, my local dealer. Got it back, that's the first I've used it, to be honest with you, and it's exactly the same as it was. So I'll begin back. Nice lawnmower, but really heavy with a rear roller and the clutch brake. Yeah, I've got a Honda HRX 537, which is brand spanking because I've not used it. I think I'll be getting it out for this job. It's nice to have the stripes, but it's just too physical. If I'm sitting that back lawn, my wee 18-inch will do that. Anyway, catch you in a van. So there we go, folks. Smashed those 5 bits of grass out in just over 2 hours. But I couldn't hang about too long. Could actually do with 2.5 hours to do that, if I'm honest, but I've got to go and do the school pickup now. Yeah, really now that lawnmower. I've not used it since last year, and I put it in my local dealer. Like I said, they fixed it. Well, they said they fixed it, and there wasn't a bit broken. They just stripped it down, greased it up, put it back together. And thankfully, for the first couple of bits of lawn I did at the front, it seems to stay. It seemed to. So I did try to do a high cut. It's the first cut of the season, and it seemed to stay on the high side of the cut. It might have clicked in one that I never noticed, but when I was moving it, pushing it around the big lawn to the back there to cut the small lawn, just moving it over the rough ground, it was dropping, and it dropped all the way from the high set to the low set, An incident I had last year on a beautiful lawn was I was cutting away, and I kind of long to medium cut. Next thing, the lawnmower stops moving. I thought the drive had seized up. It hadn't, the deck had dropped, and it stalled it because it was struggling to cut the grass underneath. And I looked behind me, and there was a couple of feet of scalped grass behind me on this beautiful lawn. So you can imagine how I felt having to go and explain that to the owner. It's quite embarrassing, to be fair. Explained that it was a fault with the machine, etc, etc. So I slammed into my dealer. A week later, got it back or whatever. Yeah, it's fixed. And like I say, I've not actually used it since until that. So I'll be going back, and I'll tell you, I'm not very happy with it at all. So I'll be expecting them to, hoping at least that they can fix it, and they're looking to charge me for the labour, because I've already paid for that and it never got resolved. If we need a spare part, fair enough, I don't mind paying for that, but certainly no double labour. But they're generally quite good, so I'll find out. I'll give them a call actually once I've done the school pick up and see what they say about it, and see if they can have a look gratis for me. Yeah, it's a bummer. Too heavy for small lawns, though, really too heavy. You don't really appreciate it until your hands on. The wee 18-inch plastic mount field I've got is perfect for that small lawn stuff. Great. It's one of the best machines I've got, if I'm honest. But I'm looking forward to getting HRX 537 it and throwing it down a nice lawn. But I've been kind of saving it for around the first cuts of the year. It's fairly rough and uneven because it's been wet over the winter. I'm saving it for nicer lawns. Yeah, nice machine. Anyway, it's been a fantastic day. The weather's splendid. It's a joy to be out in it today. So, get back home, phone the dealer, guys, and I'll keep you posted how that goes. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.